Welcome back to the Ultimate Wolf Reviews and Gaming. Today I'll be doing the Transformers Studio Series 65 Bumblebee. 65 Bumblebee movie, Blitzwing. It's a different transformation for this figure. Granted, it's not like the G1 Blitzwing. Triple changer, different color scheme, everything. There, I'm just saying that. Some of the links so they can watch at least. It's an interesting figure. It does have a few issues. Greetings, Ultimate Wolf. Hey, I just literally sent you a few. Yeah, so then we're taking a look at the Bumblebee Blitzwing. Blitzwing. It's a good figure. What did you do? What did I do? It is missing a part when it was the first time I actually unboxed this figure. Well, it's missing a few parts, like it was missing. Well, I only had like the base figure. I didn't like have his throat rip router in it, his box, and everything else like that. Instructions, backdrop. But then, like, I at least got the base figure. I did somehow lose one of the fuel tanks, but I at least have the other one. I didn't break it. And then in the boxing I did Monday night, then you saw like a box, the throat rip router, and it actually transformed it again. So here, I'll turn on the camera. Everything's ready set up. It's how it came out of the package. Too, with the backdrop and everything included. As you can see, there's Blitzwing. There, it's a Voyager figure. But you can like see there is a box. So like bump the camera a little bit. But yeah, as you can see, oh, there's the box. And move the box and figure off to the side so I can talk about it a little bit. I'm going to I'll get to the comparisons in a second. I'm on Dark of the Moon right now. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a really good movie. And also, if you haven't seen my Jet Shatter, I'm just going to make this. I did show Blitzwing, Jet Shatter, and the helicopter dropkick all in that video in robot mode. All three together, so I'll at least have the Blitzwing, Jet Shatter, and the helicopter dropkick in their all modes. So, nice. But yeah, Adam, I don't know if you saw, like, quickly just sending a few messages on Zelby on Insta before I went live. So here's the box right there. You can see at the top of the card, tell me Autobot symbol generations. Transformers right here. 65 Bumblebee Transformers Bumblebee. Ages 8 and up. Ages 8 and up. Hasbro. 10. Studio Series Blitzwing Decepticon symbol. I didn't check it. Alright, it's good. You have time. But you can see there's the artwork right there of him from the movie, which everyone thought it was Starscream, because we just saw like the jet mode, and we saw him transform in the first trailer, I believe it was, and then Travis Knight officially revealed it was Blitzwing on Starscream. There's the Autobot symbol right there, which it should be a con symbol, at least, and then there's the Blitzwing CGI, which does have a few issues. It's widespread copy for these issues, or these at least one issue. I'll tell you about that. Autobot symbol, Transformers Authentic, right there. So this side of the 65 Studio Series, a Blitzwing head sculpt. He's a Voyager class. There's the Studio Series right there. Alright, I got it full. There's the Blitzwing head sculpt, which yes, that does kind of look like a Starscream head sculpt. Transformers Bumblebee, bottom of the box, and back of the box. Transformers Bumblebee, Blitzwing right there, Decepticon symbol, big screen inspired, scale, detail, backdrop, Canyon Attack, from the scene, and then also it says right here in the very bottom, Blitzwing silences Bumblebee, which yes, he did in the one scene. So here, I usually take out the backdrop on these series reviews, at least, and then I just use the backdrop for the review. Blitzwing. Very funny item. Let me just pull this backdrop out from the box as I bump the camera from it and light. What will it look like? Figure it is packaged in robot mode as soon as you get him out of the box, but let's take a look at the backdrop. You can see the humans right there, and then there's the truck, the SUVs. There you see in the beginning of the Bumblebee movie. And apparently cop cars in the background if you can hear them. 65 Studio Series, and Autobot symbol, and then Generations at the bottom of that one. And Transformers. Right there. I'm just going to kind of get it more straightened out and set this at the back. And that really looks more centered than usual. Oh, bring this in. Place that after you. Hey, it could be Barricade. Sue or Prowl. But there, that's the full scene right there. So you can see that's the full picture. So it's like this. All of that. And then here is Blitzwing, right here out of the box. Let me just set him back a little bit. Probably bring this camera down a little bit, or if I slide back, kind of give me a little room. You also did get one, which I'm definitely throwing a bunch of these away. This review. The boring white sheet of paper. It's nothing important. It's just all this. Good job. Probably have more than 20 right now of that. Okay. And you also get instructions. Sheet 2. Okay. Oh, way. There he is right there, ages 8 up. Untitled Generations, Transformers right there. Well, in the picture, 65 Studio Series Transformers Bumblebee movie Blitzwing. And it's a long one. It shows you how to give him this weapon. Read all the features. Josh Juice. I know Josh is off around midnight. I believe he did say last night. So we're probably actually a few nights ago. So we're probably gonna try to get on Separate tonight. Me and Josh for a little bit. Few pots can store it there. Cannon can store it there, and then that one can store it there, and there's that. Or you should say the Matt one. See the Matt Striker one. Maybe that might get Matt to join. I know Josh has been working late because granted, like Eternal's was just released and it's starting a few minutes early. But I did send Matt Striker the link, so he'll be able to join. I'll watch it. Join the chat when he usually gets when he's free. So there's that. Anyway, yeah, the pulling up with that multiple devices. Stream multiple on multiple devices. But there are a bunch of people already have links, so they could join anytime they want. Or like just me and a few others. So. Now let's actually take a look. But here I'll quickly go over the accessory. So this is his throat vibrator. That's what I just call it. This is the weapon that you see. His left hand transformally. He's holding Bumblebee in the neck with the right arm, and then you see him working his right arm. His voice box out. So you can see it is very movie accurate. You can see like blades, little tip. The matte steer. There's a little peg right there. It's basically more for storage than anything else. Holding where it stands, and then you can see you can see like the hand split. Like you can see like there's the thumb right here, that little piece, and there's that. So that way he's like about to rip B's voice box out. There's that. I'll show you where that stores in a sec. And here is a Blitzwing's arm cannon. So there's the cannon, and there's the tab, and a peg. You can see some missiles. B-127. I don't actually have B-127, but I do have a Bumblebee at least. But there, so let's take a look at Blitzwing. Which, yeah, the figure does look really good. The head sculpt is on the money for the screen accuracy. Right there. Here's the backpack. Right there. But there, the head sculpt is screen accurate. I'm just trying to get it as best I can in frame. Let me. There you can kind of see the red eye. And you just retracted the B-127. You can see it's done like silver right there for the base, and then black, and then the red throughout. There's like some little detail for the faux cockpit, and then there's the faux cockpit again, and then there's the real cockpit faux right there. But that is movie accurate. You can see the arms right there, the shoulders. there, which this one's not up. I just reoriented the shoulders so that way they're more pointing in the same direction. A little bit more, so that way they're more in the movie. But there's that. So side bends right there. Side bends the head, neck, legs, sides of it. It's literally just hollow from the back. That's all. And there you can see the detail that's like really good. Like the faux end here right there on the feet. Faux wheels. Faux wheels. And there's that. Just look accurate. I mean, I'll go over in like the articulation. There is no articulation, and I'll show you how to store accessories. Well, for the ones that store. So we actually can do the accessory storage right now. So there is a port right here. That's a port for the use for the flight stand. That just I could then peg the voice ripper out. I can peg it right there. There's that. But no way it doesn't really store, but there is a peg hole that's you can still use that just right into the wing. Right there. You want to how they stored. Now, here, I'll go over the details, then I'll go into articulation. The issues that are here with it. And then one's actually part of the articulation. So granted, you see these wings are tabbed in right there, right? And so these bits can move up a little bit more. They're just, that's what they were for boxed. But, I mean, granted, you could still angle these back. Okay, so watch. When you move up the shoulders, just watch. You just get a little angle. You think the backpack's tabbed in? Look. So when you move up the shoulders, this whole piece comes untabbed. So yeah, that's not good. Then you have to retab the backpack in. So, and then if you also have Blitzwing's head straight, you can't see because there's this little lip right there, little piece that raises up a little. So you have to tilt his head up above that and then kind of leave Blitzwing forward a little. That's why he's kind of looking like he's leaning a little forward. A little bit. So there's reasons why for that. just quickly straighten out the arms a little bit, but you saw that little issue. But there's that. So let's go in articulation for a sec. Head can look that far up, can look that far down, and there it is on the ball joint at the back of the head, so you can get a full 360. Like so. And these bits will come attached when you get both of them out of the box. Okay, there's that. Arms. You want to hold the chest while you do this, like around here, depending on what side you're doing. So here, I'll start with this side just for a sec. Rotate, you can rotate full 360, granted the wings are going to get in the way. But there, you can rotate that full 360. No issues there once you do that. Can go as far out. I'm just lining these up. That's biceps swivel. See, it's trying to swivel. Let me know I'm doing this. Just hold this. Okay, bicep swivel, full 360. Granted, it's mostly going to be the same for the other side for the at least the arm portion. Okay, there's that. He does have a double joint. Yeah, almost Gundam style. Okay, double joint. Double elbow joint. The first one can move that far. And if you use the second joint, which is more for transmission, you can get that double bend. Right there. So yeah, you got a double elbow. So now this is where the articulation is different on the hands. Let me bring this a little forward. So you can see this one you get a full 360. And it can also unpack from there. Need it too. Or just swap out the hand for the voice the throat grabber. This is the right hand, it literally almost has the same. But as you see, there's kind of a pin right there, and you see the hand's kind of close. So if you want, you can kind of recreate the scene where you see him choking, holding B127. We were seeing him holding B127 like that when he was his hand around his neck. B127. Waist swivel, no app crunch. Kind of a waist swivel, you can see that. And then these wings are on a hinge, so they can at least hinge back. This we can a little bit more down, but you can have it like there, or if you hinge up a little bit more to get more angled. I just have it like right here. And just bring this out. Right there. Waist. Well, for the legs now. Legs can go that far forward, no issues there. They can go about that far back due to the backpack. Let's see. Can do the splits that far. No issues there. Hip, these like hip skirts on the side can lift up. and a full 360. And then full 360 right here. Notice she's there. A single knee joint. Single knee joint, which is right there. See that? It goes down. And then now for the feet, can move down a little bit right there, all the way down, but that's more for transformation. And ankle tiltage all the way, which that's also more for transformation. There's that. I'll set the accessories off to the side for a second. But let's get to some comparisons. Alright, so let's get into a few comparisons. Let me slide Blitzwing back a little bit. Okay, where you can see the tip of the comparison. Here he is with the Studio Series Dark Moon Prime, Voyager Prime, which you can see Blitzwings is kind of a little bit bigger than Prime. But here, that's kind of how he would be with the Prime. But I do kind of just give him that little bend. So you can at least see his head looking at you more. There's that with Prime. And here he is with B. Well, this is how it did look once he scanned that camera at the ending of the Bumblebee movie. But that's at least how you saw Bumblebee. I just brought B's backpack in a little bit more. Sorry. But there you can at least see there's B with Blitzwing. Where's your? I don't have the GP. I literally only have this one and a few other OPs. But there, that's B. If you want to. But here, I'll at least. There you'll see. But you'll see, I can at least. Because I'm literally on Studio Series space. Mostly my space where the Studio Series is. But here. To equip Blitzwing's weapons, I'll just equip the throat ripper. So you remove this just unpeg it. And there's mushroom 5mm ports on the back of Blitzwing, so I just peg that in right there at the back. So you can also do this with the right hand if you want. It works for both hands. Granted, you would see the peg out to the side like this, or if you had it put this way. But granted, it's not maybe accurate. It's supposed to be on the left side that you see this come out of his hand. Well, his hand transform into that. So I'll just leave the normal left hand in, and here I'll see if I can get you a pose with Blitzwing holding that Bumblebee, kind of like how he did in the movie. So. But then I can pose this that way. You can kind of get that pose in. Alright, I might bring this down low. And I can just bring up his neck a little bit. Oh, that will. Good. I'll just give him a split for a second. And if you want, you can kind of recreate that. Look where you see. Granted, it was more by the neck. He was holding Blitzwing. I was holding B. But granted, you'll have to work around. Or I could probably put him on a pipe stand and then hold it. But alright, because I can kind of at least fake it a little bit. this is on his waist, and then I'm just kind of holding it, but then that's right in his back. So that way you can kind of recreate that scene. Or I could put him in the left side. I get on the left. Okay. Wow. Okay. But there, that if you want, you can kind of recreate that pose. So I'm just gonna set B off to the side. Just re-standing B off to the side because he just fell over. So, but you can still play. So the cannon can work on either side. Since I'll probably just leave the rotor on the left, I'll just give Blitzwing this in his left. So, right hand, so you just want to line this tab up at the back, which I kind of shaved down a little bit. But it still works the same. Just bring it. And then that will just kind of give it the effect. So that way it kind of gives it like the effect is the hand, whole hand, almost his whole hand transformed into the gun. And I did use in this movie. And then I just kind of give the left that little angle bit like that. I believe I either have the right leg forward, as you'll see in the thumbnail. And then I kind of just leg back a little bit. Or maybe something like that. That's how I kind of display him. With my follow to piece a little bit off balance. Let me rebalance back, Blitzwing back out. Just gonna kind of rebalance back out a little bit. So that way I know he's fully standing a little bit better. Forward and bend. And I kind of bring this one in a little bit more, so that way, just like that, and then there, so that way you can at least see the throat ripper out of both rings behind the back. Blitzwing. Kind of bring this a little forward. There, so I just kind of position this guy on your arm a little bit to kind of match it up better. And there, so that way it looks something like that. And that's just how I'll display him, with some like ankle tilts too. So there, but yeah, he'll be balanced on the shelf. There he is on the display backdrop, which from that one scene he did appear in, but yeah, he's balanced once I put him in my pose on it. Which he does kind of look like he's leaning a little bit. But hey, he does look good on that shelf. Like you could see the cannons right there, everything. I'm just gonna quickly put him on the flight stand. know if I can, because the port's all the way in his back, and then I have to readjust the stand a little bit. There. I could get this leg back a little bit, and kind of this one down a little bit more. But Blitzwing is still well balanced. Too, like I have one leg behind his back and then the other one right here. Let's see. I'll bring him back one click lower, so that way it's a little bit more. But so that way it's kind of like he's still hovering in the air just a tad. But granted, you can just repose this word, or I can hinge this down a little bit more, out, backpack untabbed. So that way it's kind of gives him like he's leaning a little bit more forward, a little bit more. Nope, that won't work. But there's that. So you can at least see him on the flight stand. Which I don't need the flight stand because it doesn't, unfortunately, it does not work with his alt mode. So, to standing back up. And then a normal pose. I'm just going to quickly stand him back up into a normal pose, put his left hand back on. I can set the accessories off to the side so I can show you his transformation. As I now almost knock over the flight stand, which is right behind me. So I say it, and then again, the gun just falls over, which I can set off to the side. There we go. So I wish one thing they would probably figured out is how to keep this backpack locked in place. Much better. Alright, so it's that. I just realized that one hinge for the wing there. I'm done. And just get balanced below out. So he's much more extending, and then I'll just lean forward. Just a little bit, and then I'll just bring the head down. There, so that way he's still back. I can maybe bring this camera forward a little bit. So that will kind of give it like that, and then I can bring this down a little bit more. To have more range. Movement. There, so that's that. So I'm going to actually remove the fuel pod. Granted, if you have once you get it, you'll have two once you take it out of the box. Which, mine, unfortunately, I lost one. Hopefully I can find it, and then if not, then it's still fine. There's an upgrade kit for it, for a Blitzwing that replaces those fuel pods completely. Might have to bring the camera a little bit back. Well, kind of have a bigger transformation. There, it's almost literally all the way back. And there, bring this up a little bit. Slide that in. There we go. Now let's begin his transformation. So we just have all three accessories right there. I have his normal hands equipped. Bring panels down, and just bring the arms up. Bring these tips down. just change them down. And simply if you want them straightened out, and then just bring these arms out as far as they can go. Straighten out. Like so. I'm just also trying to make sure it's all in frame. So we're going to rotate at the wall right here, 80 T, 80, so that way these pins at the back. I missed a step, hold on. I did not. Once you kind of bring them out a little bit, we can bring these hips, these skirts back in. Once you at least unhinge this whole panel on this leg and then just unhinge, and then you can at least hinge this out. I think there is a, there we go, just bring these back. Okay, let me check something because I think the instructions had you do this twice. Okay, that's still out. Okay, then you bring it up. No, okay. Well, you're just doing that later. But there's that. So flip around this panel, just leave that in the middle. Leave it in the middle. You don't want it all the way over just yet. If it's that way, it's kind of sitting in the middle. Bring these buttons up, right there. Okay, bring it in. And then now they will just peg it. Just want to peg them in. Then you want to make sure those upper ones just sit right there. And granted, so now since you use that ankle tiltage, I want to bring them down because there's a tab base that these will peg into. I'll just get these pegged in a bit more. There, so it's kind of straight. Yeah, I believe that's all that. So there, you can see there's that. So far, so good. Okay, now we're going to do the most of the backpack. Oh yeah, so you are still angled and then a little bit. So bring down backpack, just untap the backpack, leave the arm straightened out. Bring these just bring this kind of down a little bit out to extend. Push these one, make sure they're flat now, and then just flip that around. So there. So it kind of just sits right there on the back. Let's bring this slow down. Now you can flip in this fit, the feet, just bring these both down. There, so that way it looks more like that. So that way those bells sit right there. There, I can like slip this up and just all I might need to bring the camera down a lot more. There, that's all for the front page. And the instructions, let me just flip this back over. Those wings down and then alright. So there I got on the next one. So you can bring this whole backpack down, just straighten this out. See it's right there, and then just straighten that out right there. And there is, let me find the little tabs. Oh wait, this just kind of rests in actually. It doesn't really secure. So yeah, you just want to bring this whole assembly parts down right here, like so. Just bring this down so it sits flat. That's why you want to leave those wings right there. Split, lift in the middle position, and just bring down. And just make sure this is fully brought down. Put that nice tight squeeze. right there. And granted, these wings are supposed to be split, but you got to kind of mark do that after you bring that down out, which I'm believing here. Yeah, because they're split. There's that. But now we're going to bring this whole arm, the whole chest assembly up past the head. Just bring this up. So up. A little bit. There. Open the update cockpit. Flip down the head. So now it's a little tricky getting the head in robot mode. I'll show you. Because this way, yeah, you're going to need to sprint it the way how you do it. Make sure like this sits right. That's not together, and then you have to kind of align that up. Open the cockpit. Bring the head back, and then rest it right around here, and then, well, doing that, and then bring up the Blitzwing head of the cavity where it's at, and then just bring that back. Away. Bring that part back. I'm just showing you how to do it here. And then bring the head down on that little tab. Once that's all aligned up, which you got to have fun building with that. But once you get it, it will, let me just do it off camera, it will look, I have got it before. It just takes some time going into raw mode or in alt mode. There, so you can see you just kind of have to work with both at the same time. See how I just kind of left that open so that way the tab can sit, and I slowly brought it back at the same time. These are some of that. Okay. There, you just gotta get it lined up, and then that will look like that. Okay, so bring this forward, and then grab the whole wing. Back assembly just came unpacked. I was doing another assembly. And I believe you're closing up the cockpit. Once the head is inside. Let me double check. Yeah, we'll close up the cockpit and then bring. Yeah, and then close up the cockpit, and then we can work on the next step. Then we're gonna have to like do something with the arms here. Yeah, we're gonna do the arms part on the next step. So now just take this whole assembly, this will sit under. So you can see there is 2 tabs right here. 1 tab right here, and then 1 tab right there. That, these 2 slots right there will sit on those slot tabs. And there's like little notches right here in the leg. Pow, and then this will peg in right there. So that way it forms the whole underside of the jet. Now I've got the hands all the same all modes, so you want to like have them like this way or the other way. Let me just check what way, because it's somehow. No, I have it wrong way. Okay. There we go. So the arms, let me rearrange. The arms are like this in robot mode. Bend, and now you want to rotate so that way. See this right there. And then that, which I got that actually wrong when doing the thumbnail. Fortunately, but still got it. Bring that right there. So now let's bring these tips down a little bit. Clearance. And I believe that's pretty straightforward. Yeah, tab that in. There. So you want to kind of leave that arm panel untabbed so you can get this stuff. But you want to bring in the double hinge and then just fold it up. So, and then just bring this up. There, and then you can see there is a little, I'll bring this up, there's a little notch, a small tab that will just peg in under these panels up there. You just want to kind of line up. And there is a notch cut out for this wing section right here. I will peg in under a little triangle. You just want to kind of just get these lined up and press. Press. So everything is lined up, it will look good. There we go. There, and then just kind of get that above that tab, and then you could straighten all this out. Right there. Just close this fist up a little bit more. There. Right, so it's not like these panels aren't sitting flush. Or now I got them too. Nope. But you can kind of get that just there. Bring these back out. Okay. There, so now we're doing the final a little bit. Yeah, just rotate the cog. Now we're doing the final a little bit. And then I'll show you. So rotate around the cockpit. Just rotate this around. You're doing that before you rotate. Okay. So here, let me show you. So when you're going into alt mode, you're rotating it. So here's the alt mode, right? You're going to rotate this way. And when you're going in robot mode, just keep rotating the rest of the way. So you're going clockwise. So for, here, let me just make sure the head's fully pushed in now. So that will pop out that landing gear. There. So bring that. So now you're going to go clockwise. Just rotate. You can only go one way. Yeah, it's designed. So there. So that way that sits like that. And then you're going to keep rotating. It's good. That's going. This is the robot mode configuration. Just keep rotating. That's the alt mode configuration. And as you saw, the head kind of popped out the wheel into the instructions, so you bring that out. There you have your Studio Series Bumblebee Blitzwing. Bumblebee movie Blitzwing in his alt mode. And you just there. And you get kind of get to see how big it is. I probably should bring this camera a little bit back. A little bit more. Bring this up a little bit. So now here I'm going to show you the weapon storage. So it's still fine. So you just want to peg the, well, you can see there's like kind of a little port, and just peg the throat ripper outer, and then I just kind of like rotate that in, so you don't really see it that much above the wing. I just somehow got the left side to the right side to sit right perfectly for alt mode. Not sure why the right side isn't, left side isn't. Doesn't seem like that. Could just be like having it wrong. But no, that's how it's supposed to be. Now let me just untab it and then see if I can get better. Hold on. There's one side that's not tapping in right, and then the left side taps in perfect. Like, well, I mean the right side, yeah, the left side doesn't. So I'm not sure why it's not getting put in all the way. Bring that back up. Yeah, I kind of got it sitting a little bit more flush, but not all the way. Obviously, you just want it to be like that left side. But there, I kind of got a little bit better. That does not still give it what it needs to be. And that's the best I can kind of get it in, but there, so you can see the Norway. A little bit just sits right there at the back. The gun. You can see there is a tab right there sticking out, and then there's a little slot. You just want to kind of just line this up and then peg that in. Line that tab up, and that will sit under the right there. But there's that, and last little bit is the little fuel tank. So granted, now I'm just gonna put one so a little bit, so you can see there is the tab on the shoulder right here. You just want to line up and peg it in. I said align and peg in. I said align and peg in. Why would you peg in? Of course, it's because the camera is on. And then once I take it out of frame, it pegs in. And then I kind of got it unhinged more. Alright, it is hard to tell. But there, at least it's kind of, you can still kind of see that, and then that's where that one will say. Granted, it kind of really just rests on the both landing gear. But there's the jet mode. Other side, maybe straighten out the cockpit. It's the under carriage of it. See the 2 feet. The foot wheels right there with the feet, and there's the one for the feet, and then there's the side. Front it's pretty big, all mode. I don't really have a bunch of other figures in their own jet modes. I left in jet mode, I should say, because I could put them in the robot mode, or the other mode if they do have that. Maybe it's good, that's not. There, it still looks good. For the plane, granted the robot mode is a lot more accurate. So it looks. There, so let's quickly get a few comparisons. Which I'm just going to do 2, because you're right now. One two for all, one two for robot. Here he is with the Studio Series Jet Shatter, which I just have a landing gear out on me. Granted, Jet Shatter is a more of a heavier jet, and then these were almost all 3 of the cons that landed on Earth. The movie, granted, I already did a review on Jet Shatter. You can watch her review and see her, Blitzwing, and Helicopter or Dropkick in their robot mode, all 3 together. But these were all 3 of the Decepticons that did at least land. Like you can see in the movie on Earth. On Earth in the movie. On Earth in the movie. And here is the Studio Series Helicopter Blitzwing. Just to give you like another sense of scale, which he's kind of a little wobbly. Studio Series Dropkick. Right there, and then there's a Blitzwing. And here is Blitzwing. That's all 3 cons from the movie. There. All 3, well, not all 3 cons. The cons that landed on Earth in the movie. Or I should say, or on Earth. But there's that, so I'll roll up a few movie pictures of the Blitzwing. It's an interesting transformation. Granted, like the tabs didn't tab in almost all the way for some reason. But there's that, so let me just quickly. I have a bunch of pictures for the alt mode. And I believe the original concept for figures for the Blitzwing, they actually had him with white head sculpt. And then they eventually fixed it. Because like here, I just found a picture with one of the, which had the white head sculpt. Which is not supposed to have the white head sculpt, it's supposed to be a black like you saw. Like you can see, granted there's the white head sculpt. But there is a screenshot like of the from the movie. Granted, a lot of the details are good, like the feet right there. The feet, the skirts, the arms are good. The wings are a little bit off the giant wings. A little bit, not there. No, that doesn't help. The head, yeah, the head looks pretty good. Just like silver instead of that color, but a little bit different. I mean, here's the head sculpt. Red eyes were good. That's kind of literally how much it looked like. It's all in the box. Yeah, the red eyes. Let me see if I can find a jet mode picture if I can. The cannon did look pretty much accurate to this version of Blitzwing, but different types of missiles. Like there's a maybe one. Let's see if I can find this jet mode. 2, granted we did like get the thrower browser. That was a nice little thing, and then the interchangeable hand. The different articulation select if you want, you can have it holding B like in the throat, like you saw in the movie. Personally, I don't see no jet images of him, which I'm just checking to see so you can like get a jet scene. Nope, I can't. Well, find it. Anyways, I've been the Ultimate Wolf for Reusing Gaming. You can find the Ultimate Wolf on Twitch, the Ultimate Wolf on Instagram. You can also find the Ultimate Wolf on Twitch, the Ultimate Wolf on Instagram, and the Ultimate Wolf on Discord. This has been the Transformers Series 65 Blitzwing. It's going to be the Overwatch figures next week. Well, at least maybe the 2-pack or the individual figures and movie and other stuff too. But obviously more gaming like Mad Max. November, Spider-Man releases for the Avengers game, which that'll be a review night if I'm reviewing anything. And then, but I'll stream that at least Wednesday, which is December 1st. I'll be streaming that. Anyways, I'm in the Ultimate Wolf Reviews and Gaming. You can find the Ultimate Wolf Reviews and Gaming on Twitch, the Ultimate Wolf Reviews and Gaming on Instagram, the Ultimate Wolf on Instagram, Ultimate Wolf on Twitch, Ultimate Wolf on Discord. I'll put links in the description to Match Tracker where I bought this figure from. Granted, I'm missing a few. That fuel pod, which I did find a few upgrade kits for this figure, and that give him missiles, a bunch of other stuff. 2 fuel caterpillars, new cannon, and I'll do like a own video on those 2 different kits if I get them. If you don't know what kits I'm talking about for this figure, go check the unboxing. The Overwatch one with the TF box one, and then the one where I also unboxed the 5 Transformers, and then the 1 bonus figure 2, where you can see both unboxing and listening for the first time, and then all that stuff. But anyways, I've been the Ultimate Wolf Reviews and Gaming. This has been the Transformers Studio Series 65 Blitzwing. I've been the Ultimate Wolf Reviews and Gaming. More Mad Max. Well, tonight. Well, in a few minutes. But yeah, Spider-Man and a bunch of other stuff too. Reviews like the rest of the Overwatch figures too. But there it is. And then there's the backdrop where you see me. And Blitzwing rip out his voice box too. Comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell button to be notified whenever I go live again or upload a new video.